Last time on The Good, the Scum, and the Villainy. A stowaway on the ship they stole talked the heroes into smuggling some goods off of Tatooine. Little did they know that the goods were crates containing an egg and a baby krayt dragon. During the pickup, they were ambushed by Tusken raiders. Once they dispatched the Sand People, they loaded the crates of crates onto the ship. Losing their previous stowaway in the battle, they now head to a space station called the Wheel to hand over the crates to Sarit Kal in hopes of a big payday. Will they get the dragon and the eggs safely to the Wheel? Will the drop-off go without a hitch? What awaits the crew of the Wheel? Find out in today's episode of The Good, the Scum, and the Villainy.
Ooh, I'm going to put that shade down.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to session 4 of The Good, the Scum, and the Villainy. We just listened to the recap. Our new crew is on their stolen ship, orbiting around Tatooine. They just put in their astronavigational directions to head towards the Wheel. And let's go ahead and kick off some sounds. And last time we rolled a obligation for Zaish. So I think we rolled exactly a 56 for obligation. So Zaish, we lowered your strain threshold. Normally it would be 13. Now it's 11. And that's from the stress of thinking about whatever your family obligation is.
Yeah.
We also have got both crates. One crate containing at least one egg of a krayt dragon, and the other one a sedated baby krayt dragon that Gal is obsessed with trying to take a peek at. So you've gone through the crate to try to see if there's any type of viewing opportunities there, and unfortunately you have not been able to find one.
Well, maybe we'll get an opportunity during the day.
Careful what you wish for.
I wish
So-
it's a prediction.
Very quickly, want to get an idea where everybody is. So what we're going to do is I'm going to move us over to the ship. And you'll notice in the lower left-hand corner there, we have got spots. Get you guys moved over there as well. So there's really 5, maybe 6 main areas of the ship that are, in game terms are functional. You've got a forward turret, the pilot, you've got the co-pilot seat, the top turret, the front turret, and the aft turret, and then of course you've got the small fighter ship up there as well. So before we kind of get things started, I want to get an idea where everybody is. Dash, are you piloting?
Yeah, I think we plugged in the coordinates, and Dash is probably behind the controls.
All right, excellent. And
Hello?
B5, where are you hanging out?
Probably, I was thinking in the cargo area, keeping an eye on the crates.
Okay. And Zaish?
Yeah, I don't know how many times Zaish has been on this ship. From kind of like section 0, he was kept in the cargo hold as we were moving over. So one of the things he's going to be doing as we kind of like jump off hyperspace, we're going to a new place, is he's kind of getting a lay of the land. One of the things he wants to do is find the kitchen area, like food prep area. See what we've got going on there.
So Zaish, I'm going to put you in the I'm touring the ship section of the ship. And how about our good friend Lucia? Gal, where are you?
In the mess hall, specifically looking for a snack. After he figured out he can't seem to find a way inside of that crate, or at least to be able to see inside of it.
Okay. All right. So, Dash, you've put in the coordinates And it takes a little while. Once the coordinates have been put into the astronavigation, you can start to see hear the warp drive starting up to get going. And you know what I forgot to do is let's quickly do some destiny points. So you should show a 0-0 if you don't sync with the GM, and let's take a look at our light to dark side points.
Oops, I clicked use that side.
All right, hold on. 2. All right, so we got 2 from Dash. There's some dark sides. Zaysh gave me a dark side. B5 gave me a dark side. We just need gals. Oh, look at that. 4 light side to 2 dark side. So Dash, you're sitting there in the cockpit, kind of getting yourself kind of organized, right, mentally, kind of taking into inventory everything that's around you. To the bottom left, you had the panel that you removed to replace the warp drive equipment that was keeping it grounded on Mashuta. You see the countdown going for the jump to light speed. It hits 0, and I'm going to flip it a dark side. And you smell a burning smell. And you look down and just see smoke coming from the panel where you installed that piece.
That's normal.
Right. Everything is as it should be.
Actually, somebody's smoking on the lower deck and it's going up through a vent.
It's Gal in the mess hall. There's no fire or sparks or anything, just smoke currently?
It's just a and it's not even like a billowing of smoke. You can just smell smoke, and that's where it's coming from.
Okay. Am I able to roll a mechanics check to try and quickly look at it?
Let's take a quick peek. So if you want to hop out of the chair and kind of open up the panel, we can definitely do that.
Oh, I think I might have clicked the roll too soon.
That's all right. Let me set your difficulty. The difficulty is going to be average, so it's going to be 2 purple dice. All right, let's give that a roll. Okay. Exact same roll. So we end up with 1 success, 2 advantage. So, Dash, you pop open the panels, and you're looking, and you can see where the smoke's coming from, and there's some bad wiring. So some of the wires that you connected, and the wires coming from the piece that you put in there, not as new as they should be. So they're gonna need replacing. So if you can find the wires, you should be pretty much good to go in maybe 20-30 minutes.
Right. And is that something I would have on me in a toolkit, you think?
No, it might be something you can maybe scrounge around the ship if you want to hop out of the cockpit and go, or radio somebody or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop on the intercom and just to the crew. We got a bit of a situation up here. Just a light bit of smoke in the cockpit. Nothing major. Nothing current, but I may need wires in the future as soon as possible. And I'm gonna close the comm link embarrassingly.
All right, everybody, the 3 of you, you hear the message from our pilot.
Looking around the kitchen. That's okay. So honestly, that was my first thought. Coming around on it right now.
I'm gonna take a look around the storage area and see if there's general repair items.
I was gonna say Dash barrels through station in B5 and starts scrounging through the storage area looking for any sort of spare equipment.
Okay, let's do a quick perception check, and it'll be a group check. So who has the best perception?
I believe Gal does. Let me double check.
All right, so Dash, you're describing it to everybody, and Gal is getting kind of a good sense of what kind of wires you're looking for. It's going to be an easy check, and Gal, you'll get a boost from the team. I'm ready for perception from you, sir.
Ooh.
So, Mr. Lucia, where did we find all these wires?
You know, the refrigerator had a bunch of them in the back that I'm sure it didn't need to use.
All right, so you hand the wires over to Dash. Dash, I would assume you head right back to the cockpit.
Yeah, I'll head back with them and try and install them, replace the wiring that looks faulty.
All right. Anybody else going to the cockpit?
I found the wires, so I'll go and supervise because obviously I know what I'm doing here.
Okay. So, Gal, by the time you get to the cockpit, you can see just the bottom half of Zaish. So, literally from the torso up, he is inside of this panel, and you hear screws being thrown out. You see him reaching for tools. The smoke smell is still there. There's some bad words being spoken, echoing from inside of the compartment itself. He's assuring you, though, that he's got it all figured out. We do get a blinking red light on the dash itself, though, on the console. Something that Dash can't see the dash because he's under the dash.
Mm-hmm.
Dash? The thing. On the thing.
Kind of in a Christmas story, just random, just throwing out random words. I pull out
Dank Ferric, all the words.
And I look at Gal and say, the thing on the and I see the blinking red light. Looking at it on the dash, would I know where
it's an incoming hail.
Incoming hail.
Oh, man.
Oh, this again.
I'm gonna slide down to the pilot seat, and is there anything on our tracking or radar or anything that we can see?
You do a quick sensor sweep. There's nothing coming in the sensors, but just so you know that the sensors on this ship aren't really extensive. They only pick up what's considered short range, so kind of your immediate vicinity. But no, there's nothing showing up on your radar sensors right now.
I'm gonna look at Gal and say, you know, we've had a couple good voyages. Do you think you can grab the wheel for a minute? Because I assume it wouldn't take too long to fix the wires at this point, or how long do you think it would be?
It's probably going to take 20-30 minutes.
20-30 minutes? Yeah, so I'm going to dive back in and push Gal into the pilot seat, grab him by the shoulders and say, you got this, buddy. This is where the pilot
Just hold it straight.
Time out one second. By the wheel, do you mean the fly thingy or the speaky thingy?
Oh, you're gonna do great, Gal. It's just like the land speeder back on Tatooine, except a bit bigger. I'll be right down here if you need me.
So
can I use a
our comm light is still blinking. Are we going to ignore the comm light?
No. I'm the captain now. We're gonna flip on the comms and be like, hello?
Yeah, connecting to the Silent Hunter. Is this a Silent Hunter?
Dash, is this the Silent Hunter?
This is the Mashuna spaceport. Connecting with the Silent Hunter.
Yeah, that's us. I don't know if Gal.
Yes, hello. Hi.
Silent Hunter,
I am the Silent Hunter.
Good, Silent Hunter. We need you to go ahead and power down all of your engines. We're going to be sending up a couple people to
come onto the ship and talk. We need to... There seems to be some confusion down here in Mashuta about the ownership of the Silent Hunter. And if you can go ahead and power down, we should be there in just a couple minutes.
We'll definitely do that. Thank you, sir, and have a nice day. Let me flip the comms off. Dash, we have a bit of a problem.
Oh, you did great. You did great. And I'm going to look at the wiring. Now, just a quick out-of-game question. Is a light side point, would we be able to use that for any sort of easy patch on the... Maybe I find something that I can easily patch a wire with? Or is that...
No, I think you pretty much have got what you need at this point. What I can do is... actually, no, you don't need to spend a light side point. You're guaranteed this is going to work. I mean, you passed that mechanics check. You know what you're doing. It's just a matter of time at this point. It was going to take an hour, but because of your successes, I dropped it to about 30 minutes.
Okay, so it's already boosted. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll back out of the wiring and just clean my hands up and say, well, it's going to take me around 20 more minutes for that, so unless we can buy some serious time, it sounds like we may have a couple of visitors.
All right, so coming up on the radar
B5.
screens... Go ahead, B5.
I was just saying that he was waiting in like the doorway behind the cockpit, was kind of eavesdropping.
I recommend disregarding their request.
Yeah, I kind of don't want anyone to get on this ship either.
So coming up on the sensors, you pick up 6 TIE fighters coming from Mashuta, headed in your direction. Right now, they're at extreme range. They're going not at a high speed. They're going only at speed 1. So they'll probably be within fighting range, if need be, probably here in the next 3-4 minutes. The radio comes back on.
Yeah, we've got a couple ties coming up. They're going to go ahead and latch on to you and board, and we'll get this all settled out. So I appreciate you turning off the engine, Silent Hunter.
You're welcome, Mashuta.
I'm going to motion towards the seat and just to swap around. And I'll kind of spin and look at them. So, I don't think 6 TIE fighters sounds like a very happy boarding process. We should get out of here.
Let's run.
I'll look at Gal and say, how do you think you'll feel on a turret? You ever blow up a bantha with a turret?
No, I haven't. I mean, I could try, but I think
highly
those are TIE
recommend it.
fighters, not banthas.
TIE fighter, just like a bantha, just a little quicker. You're gonna do great.
All right, Gal, you heading to one of the turrets?
I got this. Yeah.
All right, so you've got the front, the top, and the rear. Which one do you want?
Captain on top.
Right.
All right. All right, so we have got Zaish and B5 kind of walking around, one in the cargo area.
They just
Old man, the aft turret.
All right, so we'll get B5 over on the aft turret. How about Zaish?
B5 climbs down into the turret, and like just as kind of a sight gag, there's just Zaish like brewing tea, completely unaware of the situation. No one's told him anything.
All right, so as you guys are preparing,
I have no idea how a turret works.
This is going to be fine. All right, guys, so they've moved up a range band. They're now in long distance from you. So headed your direction. Speed-wise, are we moving, Dash?
Yeah, we'll be moving cruising speed and probably hit that up to not max speed, but we don't want to give ourselves away that we're running away too quick.
Okay.
Just running away
So
a
you
little.
all,
Right.
Dash, you should be able to open up the Silent Hunter in your journal there. I think I've added it to your journal.
So let's see. I see my vehicle sheet. Oh, it's in my journal itself.
Yep, it's a separate sheet. Do you see it there?
This vehicle. I don't see the name of it, but I do see Starship here. Let me see here.
All right, let me double check to make sure I did right here. Thought I added it to everybody's journal. Oh, I did not. I lied. Save. Okay, it should be there now.
There we go.
And let me add the auxiliary fighter as well.
Yep, I got it now.
Oh
Alright.
yeah, we have a whole other fighter.
That's
Okay.
Zacia's go-to.
All right, so Dash, you should be able to open it. What is the max speed on the Silent Hunter?
I only have the bio and info available through the tab.
All right.
Refresh. I don't have that.
You don't have the character sheet itself?
No, it just gives me bio and info. I don't know if it's.
All right,
oh,
how about
there
now?
it is.
There we go.
So max speed is 3.
All right. So what are we gonna do? You're at speed 1 now.
Yeah, he's gonna kick it to speed 2, and kind of wait until he sees that the fighters are closing in, and he's going to radio into the crew, say, they don't know that we're running yet. We can get a good shot, or we can run. What do you guys think? I don't think we're outrunning a TIE fighter in this ship.
Oh, are we running from something now? Actually, now that I say it out loud, yes.
Yep.
Still brewing
Hey,
tea.
Doc, we could really use you on the 4 turret there, buddy.
That is a terrible idea.
It's just like performing surgery.
I don't know. Okay, I fired a slug thrower once. It is nothing like surgery.
Buddy, you got this.
I'm just gonna leave us at 2 until they're still within extreme range, so they're out of firing range.
They currently are out of firing range. Yep, but definitely faster than you are. They're gaining quickly.
Right. Yeah, gonna kind of hover at speed 2 until we can get a good shot in on them before they start shooting us, I think.
All right. Take a quick look at the weapons for me, if you would, Dash. What is the range on your weapons?
Let's see. Twin turret laser cannon is in a range. Would it be on the actual one itself?
Yeah, it'll be on the vehicle tab.
Yeah.
So let's take a look here. Vehicle sheet. Scroll down to weapons. All right, looks like everybody's close range on the far right-hand side.
Oh, right. I got you. I thought
All
it
right,
was.
so
Yep.
Yep. So I'm going to take for pilot. We're going to put in Dash. And then we have got Gal Lucia on the twin top turret. And then we have got B5 on the back. Now you guys all should be able to open up the ship and see where you are. So you'll be rolling from the ship when you do your rolls. It's already tied to your skills and everything. All right, so we are now going to be meeting at medium range. We have got roughly a minute and a half before our TIE fighters close in. You do get another message that's broadcast to you, this time from the TIE fighters themselves.
Silent Hunter, you've been ordered to power down, turn the engines off. I repeat, turn the engines off.
Roger that, Silent Hunter here. Just going through some engine difficulty. That's why we're kind of stranded out here in space. I'm doing my best to get these bad boys down. Just bear with me.
Someone reversed the stick, so when I go power it down, it makes it go faster.
The up motion is actually making it go.
You got to flip the y-axis on your controls for the joystick.
Yeah. I need to invert it.
It's really messing me up.
Inverted y-axis.
So Dash is gonna decrease the speed 1 to slow down and try and get them a easier shot, so we're not going all over the place.
All right, excellent. All right, so let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Also, in this time, while they're making their approach, I do want to make it up to the cockpit, just so I'm ready to do a new thing that I have.
All right, so you are in the cockpit, my friend. You're in the co-pilot seat.
Yay.
All right, so let's go ahead and do initiative. So let me open up the initiative. This is going to be a vigilance check. I'll need a vigilance check from all of you. Make sure you're doing it under the combat section for initiative.
Is this under the ship again?
Nope, it'll be under your own own sheet.
This one was my skills. Did I redo it?
One of these days is gonna be cool.
Yeah, it should be the initiative that's above weapons on combat, because it will roll the skill and difficulty at the moment.
Okay, I'm rolling it.
Craig.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Never mind. It is just a flat success, which I'm going to give myself. So I'm going to go up to strain 5, and I'll add a success to this roll.
Okay. All right, so that is actually going to be a 2-1 for you. Let's see here. What you're doing it under vigilance, Gal? You want to do it under the combat?
Oh, shoot.
That's where the initiative is, and then I'll manually add your success once you take the strain. Oh, okay. Dash just shot something.
Uh-oh, somebody's firing.
Ow!
That's under me, right? Not the ship. That's what you said.
Correct.
It's on your character sheet under combat. There we go.
There it is. Okay, so you got a 1-2. I'm going to change that to a 2-2. And you added the strain, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so who am I missing? Is it Dash?
Right there. Yep. I rolled it.
There it is.
Don't
All
choose.
right. All right, so now we've got 3 minion groups of TIE fighters, 2 each. Let's go ahead and do their initiative. And let's order it up. All right, so final order is we've got 2 PC slots, 2 NPC slots, a PC, an NPC, and a PC. So first PC slot.
How far are they away from us now again?
You guys are in close range now. And
I'll take the shot.
Just real quick, we haven't done space combat yet. It works very, very similar. The only big difference is instead of range determining how the difficulty is, it's going to be a size comparison in the ship. The ship is much larger than these small TIE fighters, so you guys are going to have a 3 purple difficulty trying to shoot them. They're going to have a 1 purple difficulty shooting back at you. You can still maneuver to aim. If you look at your cheat sheets, there's a bunch of other things you can do with maneuvers as well, depending on where you are and what you're doing, and most of that's for pilot. Though there can be some inspiring that can happen as well, some leadership inspiring. So make sure you take a look at all the different maneuvers. But Gal, you want to take the? Do you want to take the first shot?
Take the cheap shot.
All right. So they have no shields, so it's just going to be a 3 difficulty. If you go to the ship, you should be able to find yourself on the ship under weapons, and there'll be a die to the far right using your gunnery skill. I'm ready when you are.
Under weapons?
Yep, so if you go to the ship itself, the ship's sheet.
Yeah.
And the vehicle tab, and you scroll down, there should be
vehicle.
weapons.
Vehicle tab, there we go. Yeah. I gain a boost for this because they have not activated yet.
All right, I will put the boost in there for you, my friend. You also want to aim? Did you have a maneuver?
Yeah, certainly.
All right. I've got 2 boosts with 3 difficulty. I'm ready when you are, my friend.
Okay.
Okay. Everything cancels out. So you take the turrets, you turn, and you start firing on one of the sets of TIE fighters. Shots go everywhere. You're kind of shaking a little bit. You lose control of the controls for a moment with the kickback from the guns. You have never done this before. But you get a volley of fire out there without too much difficulty. That's the first shot. Next PC slot.
I'll try.
Same thing.
Since I'm
All
back.
right.
I'm gonna.
You have got.
I'm gonna take
Go ahead.
strain, aim twice,
Got it.
and then take the shot.
All right. So you as well. So we've got now 6 TIE fighters coming in. 2 of them have already passed you, but there's enough behind you. And B5, you start firing. You're able to get shots off, and you wing one of the side shields of the TIE. Doesn't damage it, but knocks it off. So we're going to have a setback die for that TIE if you want to use that for the advantage, or you can recover strain if you'd like.
No, let's have a setback die.
All right. So now, one that you just fired on is going to fire back. Let's take a shot here. This is going to be a single difficulty. They are going to aim as well. All right, so the 2 TIE fighters that you just shot at, they shoot back. Dash, you're going to be in charge of damage on the ship itself. So this is going to be a total of 9 damage minus the armor. So whatever the armor is.
Just also as a note, our ship does have shields all around, so it does have defense. So it is black die.
So I should add a setback. So let's quickly roll a setback just to see what that looks like.
Yeah, and what about the setback from?
I just got rid of its advantage. Oh, and the setback from the roll. You're right. All right. So 1 threat. So it doesn't change the damage itself.
Okay. So
All right. So do you see where you can add to the hull threshold, Dash?
Yes. Would you like me to
Alright,
track
so,
it? A different. I just have our damage on the right. Is that how you usually track it?
No. What you can do is on the sheet itself. If you go to the Silent Hunter, you go down. Right now it's hull threshold. You have a 32 total, and you've got 3 armor, so you're going to add 6 damage. So the current for the hull trauma will be 6.
Okay, gotcha. That's what I had.
Got it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Perfect. All right. Next set of TIE fighters also taking a quick shot. Same difficulty with 1 setback for the shields. Well, they're having a first good round. So that's going to be 10 minus the 3. 10 minus the 3. So that's going to be 7 damage. So let's add another 7 to the hull.
Yep.
Threshold. All right. So PC wise, so far we've had both DZ and Doug go. So that leaves Dash, as well as Zaish.
I think I'll probably go.
I do have a thing to help you on your piloting check. If you would like that before you do things.
Yeah. What do we have? We have 1 NPC and then PC, right?
Yeah. So they'll get another shot at us without you being able to affect it, but I can
Go for it.
pretty decent boost. So Zaish is I've been trying to figure out how to make do with what I have, and these give you like a little bit of a kick to not feel pain, but I feel like I can also make them make your reaction time faster. I don't know, never done this, it's all in theory. Do you consent to this?
I'm gonna throw out my arm.
Okay.
Wrist up. So still holding the joystick to fly.
Yeah, so I'm gonna burn one of
Possibly go
my...
wrong.
Yeah, you know, improv.
This could lead to an unfortunate crush.
All right, so
Yeah.
Zaysh, can you let's explain to the listeners what or the viewers what exactly you're doing? You're exercising a new skill.
Yeah, so with this last level up, I picked up a skill called Stim Application. So instead of using a stim for its intended use, which is healing wounds, I can use it to add +1 to a characteristic for the remainder of the encounter, providing I succeed on a average medicine check. It is kind of using, like, putting the body into overdrive, so there is a cost to that, so Dash will take 4 strain. But
What could go wrong?
you know.
That's right. All right, so you've got your little cocktail. Let's go ahead and do a medicine check as you inject it into his arm. Let's see how well you mixed it.
Here we go.
Oh
First,
no, it has to be into the eyeball.
no. In between the toes,
That's
you know,
the
get
strain.
the webbing there. Oh, first medicine check ever. This is great.
Is this your first medicine check?
This is.
A very, very nice success with 4 advantage. Now, if you'd like, Zaysh, we can use that 4 advantage to cancel the 4 strain that normally he would inflict.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah, I think what I will do then is I will give Dash 3 strain back, and he has a blue die on his next check.
Love it.
So yeah.
All right, so just take 1 strain, and then Cody, what you're going to want to do on your sheet, which attribute do you want to increase? If you're trying to impact piloting, it'll be agility.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll impact piloting.
All right, so just take your piloting, whatever your agility score is, increase it by 1 on your sheet.
Cool.
You are officially juiced, Dash. Thanks to the good
a
doctor.
bloodshot as heck, but I am ready.
All right.
I will also take my maneuver to very safely get in the co-pilot seat and buckle myself in.
All right, fantastic. All right, let's go to our last TIE fighters. Our last TIE fighters have now passed you, turning around, coming back in for a strafing run. This is going to be an easy difficulty with 1 setback die. One thing to keep in mind, kids, is you can use light side points here as well.
That just gives more fuel to you.
Very
We can hold
true.
them ransoming.
All right, give me just 1 second. Let me open it up. All right, looks like we have a delay on roll 20. I've rolled it twice. We'll take the first one as soon as roll 20 catches up. So obviously things very much in the abstract with combat in the system, just kind of like it's in the abstract when we were doing it in person as well, in personal combat. And like last time, our roll 20 is delayed for just a moment. Let me explain to you the VCX. So the VCX has, above the cargo bay, has a small fighter. It's about the same size as a TIE fighter. It flies independently, a much more faster and agile, but not quite the same level of firepower. You guys have not gone there. You have no idea if it works. You just know it's part of the ship. But it is there. Oh, come on, roll 20. Don't make me get on my dice out.
Can you see results?
We don't have any dice yet. While we wait here, let's talk about XP expenditures. Who spent XP? We know that Zaysh spent some XP. You bought your stim application. What else?
I took another grit, so I have 13 strain, 11 currently because of the family obligation, and I took a second level in resolve. So now when I involuntarily take strain, I take 2 less to a minimum of 1.
Very nice. Good.
So it doesn't stop the strain from taking extra maneuvers, but if someone hits me with stun bolts or stress occurs, then I'm pretty good on that.
Very nice. Dash, you spent some points.
Yeah, I took another level of grit as well, and then I also took fine tuning, which, when reducing the amount of system strain a starship or vehicle suffers, I can reduce that strain by each rank of fine tuning.
Very nice. All right, so it did. I'm gonna try this again because it took the D4, but it didn't take my weapon roll. So let's. Let's try it on the other sheet. It does not like me. Try one more thing here. All right. All right, I'm going to quickly come right back onto roll 20. It'll take me just a moment.
Just a really long shot of them
Yeah.
slowly.
Yeah, a
Straight
commercial
in.
break.
Just and camera going back and forth between like where it's what was that? The Holy Grail where he's charging fields. Keeps cutting back to him, and he never gets any closer.
That's perfect.
Come on, just fire already.
Do it!
Hey, I want you to do it. I want you to.
Alright, let's see if we can make this happen now.
We have that link to the other dice roller.
It should be. It worked once, right?
I rolled something.
Okay. So for some reason, we're getting 0. What is going on? Alright, let's see if I can do this old school. So they're difficult to be 1 and 1, and they are going to be 2. Boom. Wow. None of the dice roller seems to be. Oh boy, this is frustrating.
Curse you, technology.
Physics. I'll put the dice roller we used last time in the chat.
Yeah, might be where we're headed.
Just keep things moving. And it's a Heroku app.
What does that mean?
Oh, that's what I built some. The beta M3 crew builder on
Oh, nice.
the hosting platform.
so it's not working. Son of a monkey. All right, I'm going to grab my dice. Give me 1 second.
Mhm.
I hope we don't die.
Me too.
This
That
isn't
is-
quite great.
That is always the hope with ship battles, because as soon as the ship goes, it's not really a
I mean, I could-
safety net.
I could float out in space.
That's true. One of us will
I
survive.
know once before.
Yes. I mean, it didn't end great, and it doesn't leave me a ton of options to get anywhere helpful. But I suppose I'd probably slowly get picked back up in Tatooine's gravitational pull. And
All
I'd
right,
pop
so our roll goes.
Zayshi's family obligation is actually that they'll have to pay for his funeral.
up.
Okay, 3 successes and an advantage. So that's going to be 9 again, minus the.
And now, yeah, so we're at.
So at 6. So right now you guys are at about half of the threshold.
Yeah.
That was a good round for
So
the
those-
TIE fighter.
These are those force-sensitive pilots that the Empire's working on.
Look, stormtroopers are terrifying. It's just that the wills occurred, so no one actually got shot in the original movies.
Dash, it is your turn, my friend.
All right, so it looks like
Wow.
is the picture good enough to go off of for like ranges? Did they fly by us and now they're?
So yeah, now everything's swirling, right? So everybody's in close range. The 3 minion groups, the 6 fighters are all flying around you, strafing, going back and forth. You're flying, trying to go away from the planet at this point, but don't have the speed to outrun these TIE fighters.
Right. I am going to. Oh man, that would mess our gunners up. I'm going to try and
Do it.
punch it. If I evasive maneuver, it makes the shooting the other fighters more difficult too, I believe.
Excellent.
So I'm going to gun it. Can I try and gun it up above them to where both the back and gal, they would both be able to shoot?
Definitely. So for the gun it ability, does that
I
take?
think
Go ahead.
I increase the speed, and then I'd probably take another strain to fly, which would be fly 3, because I think we're speed 3.
All right, great. So you'll be at speed 3. Go ahead and take the strain.
Yep.
So the gun it is set. And is that an action or a maneuver?
That is a maneuver.
All right, and for your action?
And then for the action, and now we have shields, right?
You do have shields, yep.
He's going to try and boost the shields.
All right, and what is that action?
That is mechanics 3, and then increase the rating of a defense zone once until the start of the next crew members, or until the start of crew members' next turn, suffering 1 system strain.
Beautiful. And the difficulty on that is what?
3 black dice.
Okay, so let me see if I can at least set the pool for you. So it's a hard check. The pool is ready when you are.
All right, and it should be. I should be able to remove. No, I can't. Okay, so it's through roll 20. We're doing this, or
Yep, let's try through roll 20. See if you can roll a mechanics check.
just try. Doesn't look like it's doing it.
Okay. Let's. Can you go ahead and do you have dice? And if you don't have dice, let's try the app that.
Yeah, I got the app. So I have 2 green, 1 yellow.
It should be more than that. What's your agility now?
Oh, very true. So that would add another green, right? Or 2 yellow. 2 yellow, 1
Another green.
Okay, so let's see. And just for advantage.
Okay. And what would you like to use those advantages for?
I would like to kind of take the Silent Hunter into a barrel roll, just trying to barrel around, waiting until I think I can get a shot lined up for Gal or E5, and then at that point I would stop barreling.
Spinning is a good trick.
All right. So mechanically, would you want to set that as setback dice as they're trying to hit you?
Yeah, probably a setback.
All right. Beautiful. All right. That gets us back up to the top of the turn. So we have got 2 PC slots. Anybody can go. This is now turn 2.
So what is the difficulty of our shots now?
The difficulties are still going to be 3 purple, but you'll them shooting at you will have more difficulty.
Right.
And I think I may have fixed our dice, but let's double check. Look at that.
Oh my god.
Beautiful. All right, so our dice are back.
All right.
I get some sort of medal or something for on the fly. Roll 20.
Yes.
Tech support.
Tell you what, you can have a dark side point for fixing the problem.
All right, so which PC?
I'll go.
You're gonna go. All right.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna aim twice, and I'd also like to use a light side point.
All right. So aiming twice. The difficulty is going to be 3. I am upgrading, and we are ready when you are, sir.
Okay.
You'll do it through the ship.
Yep. Bring that back up. There it is. Okay, come on. Something good this time. Come on.
So 1 failure, 3 advantage. How would you like to use those 3 advantages, sir?
Let's get. Can I give boost dice to Gal's shot?
You sure can. Gal, are you going to go next, my friend?
Yeah, we're gonna go and aim and shoot. And should we use another light side point on this one? I feel like we need to hit.
We have. They're almost all flipped to light side, so yeah.
Yeah, you're at 4-2. So yeah,
okay,
go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead and use light side. I will upgrade it. All right, come on, Gal.
Okay. Wrong window. That's Gal's window.
There we go.
Yay.
We
Hey.
fired. All right, so that is going to be 5, 6, 7 damage, and ends up doing 5. All right, so you have severely hit one of the TIE fighters out of the 6, almost completely incapacitated, still in process. It is going to try to shoot back. You have got shields. You were not successful in boosting those shields. It is got an extra setback.
In my firing, I made them take a evasive course that put them right in front of Gal's turret.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, so that is going to be 6, 7, 8 minus the soak. So I think that's an additional 5. Is that right?
That's correct.
All right, second shot coming off. It's going to be the exact same thing with the setbacks. All right, that is only 7 damage. Minus the soak. All right, what is our situation on the ship? We're at,
Yeah, we have 4 thresholds left.
you're at 19 of 32 is what I'm showing.
Yes.
I have 28, 32. Am I wrong in there?
19 was before both of those shots.
Yeah.
All right, maybe click away from the There we go. 28 of 32.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we've got a PC slot. There is a repair option as an action,
Yeah.
Dash.
So I was thinking of having to do now. All right, then I'm going to try and repair. First action. Is that mechanics here?
So it's going to be a manual repairs. It's actually an athletics check. So it is for you. It's going to be 4 green dice.
Try to pull up my sheet. So I'm pulling up.
Or actually, what is your athletics?
My athletics. I have 2 green.
2 green. Did you? Let me look at your sheet real quick here, Dash. Your agility is 5. Oh, athletics is based on brawn.
Yeah.
So you have to manhandle it. Okay.
Yeah.
This does not repair that much either.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can do damage control. Let's do
Yeah,
damage control instead. I am sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That-
let's
so
do
that's-
damage control. That's a mechanics check.
Yeah. Do that again.
It's once per encounter though, so.
And that will be an average difficulty. I'm ready for a mechanics check from you. Do you want to flip a light side?
So I have 1 maneuver after this, right?
Correct.
And then I can take a strain for a second maneuver.
Correct.
I'm gonna hold off from the light side for a second.
All right.
I was just pending. Would a light side be able to? An asteroid field is near us.
We can have an asteroid field. You can have you coming into an asteroid field for a light side point. Sure.
Okay, yes. So we're gonna do this without light side.
Okay. All right. Let's see that mechanics check, Dash. All right. So do you have a skill though that increases how much you repair, don't you?
I don't believe so. I have a system strain.
For system
for-
strain. All right. So
Yeah.
let's go ahead and drop your hull down by 1.
Okay.
As you kind of bang on the console. All right. So we want to go ahead and flip that light side to enter an asteroid field.
Yeah, we're gonna flip the light side. Hopefully this doesn't go horribly wrong. So
All
flipping
right.
the light side, and we're at speed 3, I think, right?
You are.
So I'm going to fly into the asteroid field at speed 3, and would they still be following me at this point?
They are still following you. Yes.
Okay, and I don't think I can drop the speed to 0 like an instant stop. Normally, I know there's a talent for that, so would that be you wouldn't be able to do that with light side or anything, right?
No. So you can drop yourself down to a speed band. So you can go down to speed 2.
Just 2. Okay.
Yep. And then
So
we're gonna.
we're gonna double maneuver and kind of evasively the asteroid is trying to
All right. Beautiful.
get
So
out of this.
do this for me. Let's let's add 2 strain to the Silent Hunter for its system strain.
What could possibly go wrong?
I have
it's
about
already
Nothing
pretty
worse
bad.
than how it's currently going.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we have 1 hit left, I think.
All right. So you got 2 difficulty to pilot through this with 1 setback. I am ready for a piloting check from you. You can do it through the ship, or you can do it on your piloting space, whichever's easier for you.
Piloting.
All right, this is when Dash starts to shine. So you have no trouble navigating through the asteroid field. You get 2 successes and an advantage. We can use that advantage if you want to lower the system strain or your own personal strain, or we can use it as a boost or a setback.
I'm gonna give it a setback.
All right,
I
beautiful.
think our system strain's pretty good, and I think I'll be good for personal.
All right, so our first TIE fighter is going at speed 3. So it's going to have a 3 difficulty with 1 setback piloting check to make. Let's see how that goes.
These guys are like ace pilots, so.
Ah, dang, they're all Inquisitors. This is the worst.
What do they want this dragon so bad for?
All right, so
sensitive dragon.
These TIEs enter into the asteroid field and are not navigating this nearly as well. It destroys one of them.
Yay!
Oh.
Thanks, Rox.
Yeah.
And it's going to put it on an extra setback for the one that's remaining. All right, so that it is going to go ahead and attempt to fire. Not nearly, just one firing this time, not nearly as effective. It is going to be a single difficulty, a double setback. Let's cross our fingers.
Oh, God.
All right, so that is going to be 6, 7, 8. Minus the 3 is going to be an additional 5. I think that disables the Silent Hunter.
Yeah, that does. These guys are
Okay.
crack
So
shots.
they hit the engines. Engines stop. You begin to slow down. You are drifting. We've got one of the TIE fighters are in
Drifting in an asteroid field.
are in the asteroid field with you. We have got the last PC slot.
Well, what do I do with all this?
Wait, make another monster sound in the.
I think the only recourse that I would really have is to do manual repairs. That's the only thing I can see as being a thing. So I'm gonna pick up the loose tools that have been rolling around since the abandoned the abandoned wire fixing, and athletics for this soft doctor boy.
All right, and there's no. Let's see. Manual repairs is a 3 difficulty.
Huh?
All right, I'm going to use a dark side point to increase it.
That seems reasonable.
All right, my good doctor. Let's see what you can do.
I can't make the situation any worse.
You definitely cannot. All right, so let's repair it by 3. That was stressful, so I'd like you to take 3 strain, which I think with your new ability reduces it just to 1, right?
Yes, I take a strain.
So you'll take a strain. All right, so where does that get us back functional?
Yeah. We're at 29 out of 32, so that's awesome.
The doctor to the rescue.
This shit starts puttering.
Yeah, so essentially what happens is, like, Zay picks up all these tools, like, runs to the back, like, sees something on fire, and is just like, this is a lot more like surgery, hopefully.
Very nice.
Yeah, surgery required a lot of physical strength.
Yeah.
So, Dash, you had a whole panel of all
Surgery
red
was
lights
fine.
flashing, and all of a sudden one of the red lights turns green. All right, we're at the top of the order, gentlemen. All PCs are available. We've got one TIE fighter, one single TIE fighter in there with you guys in our asteroid field. The
Hey.
others are not.
I think with my gunnery skill versus my athletics, I might be better suited performing those manual repairs as well. Trying to keep us in one piece.
Yeah. Currently, we would need essentially 6 damage to bring us back to immobile again. So I'm thinking probably.
Yeah, which their guns do 6
Right.
automatically, plus any extra from successes. So
Right.
let's try to repair a couple.
Right.
Get these TIE fighters are not in the field quite yet. All right, so next PC slot. Or no, that was our first PC slot, right? Was the good doctor?
That was
That
our
was-
last piece.
that was the last
Okay,
one.
so we're at a fresh turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd like to join Zaysh in doing manual repairs with my athletics versus the gunnery that I'm not having much luck with.
All right, let's go for it.
All right. You have the
Pool
difficulty
is
set?
ready, my friend.
Okay. Where do I roll just in athletics?
You go to your sheet and just go to athletics, your skill. There'll be a die to the right of it. Okay. Go ahead and take 4 strain. And let's go ahead, Dash, if we can heal the Silent Hunter. Lower your hull threshold by 2. As the crew is scrambling around the Silent Hunter, putting out fires.
There's like a pipe going that's been burst, and I'm like grabbing both ends and like trying to reconnect them.
Who's going to take my next slot?
Probably either.
I'll effectively at the TIE fighter.
Yeah, I was gonna say either Doug or I.
You can do it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I hit one of them. I can hit the other, right?
You can make this happen.
I can make it happen. I can make it happen. We're definitely gonna aim for this for
All right,
sure.
I've got your aim in there. And I am. Do you want to take 2 strain and aim twice?
I don't have a lot of. I've got like what, five left. Yes, we'll do it. Sure.
Okay.
What could-
You've got
what
2
could
boost
go
die.
wrong?
2 boost die. I am
mean-
ready for a shot from you, my friend.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, shoot.
Hey.
Very nice. That takes out our other fighter.
Okay, I can do this. Hooray!
Okay, so our next fighter is now going to attempt to enter the field.
Yay!
So we get a nice
shouts of it back.
Good shot.
Good shot, Red 2.
red 2. Nice.
Nice shot, kid. Don't get cocky.
I think I'm older than you.
28.
37.
Oh. You don't look a day over an appropriate age for humans.
It's all the cigarettes.
That'll do it.
All right, it successfully has piloted through. It is now going to attempt to make its shot. It gets an additional setback from the asteroid field itself.
Can we flip a light side to downgrade that?
You
Yeah.
sure can.
What is our hull threshold at? I can't tell if it refreshed after I repaired.
Yeah. So we're at 27 hull threshold.
We're doing fine.
Jeez.
Boy, they cannot miss. That is 9 damage. So it's going to be an additional 6 damage. We are disabled again, I believe.
There are.
All right, PC slot. The battle continues.
Not much of a battle.
I think I can repair, and if we succeed, we can get out of here. At least start moving again, right?
So the engines, the warp drive has not been hit, just the engines. So in theory, if we can get that warp drive fixed.
Right.
Wasn't that going to take like 20 minutes though?
We can
Yeah.
stall.
Oh, just let them onto the ship and then go to warp and just deal with the stormtroopers.
Yeah.
Let's just let them on the ship and I'll beat them up.
I think we could maybe go a little bit smarter about that, but yes, I like what the robot said.
Yeah. So I guess I'll grab the comm link, click the button, and
Distress button.
Silent Hunter here. We have slight engine malfunctions again. We apologize for the
And those gun malfunctions that killed several of you.
We are awaiting your boarding.
Okay.
I think this is gonna work.
Hey,
Alright,
we
this-
have what, 2 left at least?
All right, so you have, here's the situation. This is going to be a deception check on your part, Dash. It's going to be a average difficulty because of their skill sets and ability to withstand your deception. But I'm going to put you on a setback, seeing you kind of blew up 2 of the ships already.
Yeah.
One of
Can
them.
I?
One of them blew up to rocks.
Yeah.
I just
That's
can I
true.
give
That's
him
true.
my stats, please. Just
You know what? I'm okay with you giving him a boost as an assist.
He's been around Gal long enough.
Yeah. I was going to use the light sensor. Can I kind of think back on the moment Gal just persuaded the stormtroopers and similarly?
Flip the light side. I'll upgrade your roll.
Let's do it.
All right, the pool is ready for you.
This could not go wrong. There we go.
Roger that, Silent Hunter. Go ahead and power down your weapon systems. I see that you've already powered down your engines.
A low blow.
Sassy ass TIE fighters.
Yeah, we'll power down the weapons.
All right. I'm going to take us out of structured time real quick. So one of the TIE fighters comes in and begins docking. Basically takes from your side airlock. It is able to maneuver, connect to the tube itself, and one of the TIE pilots is waiting for you to open up the door.
Okay, so are we having Dash be working on the repairs while they're boarding?
Yes.
Okay, and about that lock, like, can that be broken from either side if we wanted to, just hypothetically, if we wanted to suddenly jump into warp?
You could. You have the ability. Dash has the ability at the cockpit to dislodge the connection.
Okay.
Or you could take the
Final
TIE with you.
Into warp.
Free TIE fighter.
I got a free
I
TIE
feel like
fighter.
that would affect our warp tunneling safety if we had
Never know until you try it.
Final question: is there somewhere that I can like perch that's just outside of the entry, the airlock, where I could like get the jump on the stormtroopers as soon as they come in?
Yeah, so there's it's at the very top of the ship is where the airlocks are. So you go up to the 3rd level of the ship, near where the turret where Gal is. There's a long circular hallway. The door for the airlock is smaller than the hallway, so in theory, if you wanted to hide on the inside of that, when the door opened, it would not see you.
Yeah, I'd like do a River Tam, like just hanging off of the ceiling.
Excellent.
Would jumping him right away be a good idea though?
I was going to say, bear in mind that we need to stall for as long as possible, show him or show them around the ship as much as we can safely. I mean, I've only been through our kitchen stock and we don't have too much. The only thing that we have that is immediately obvious is 2 crates with Krayt Dragon stuff in them. So...
I don't think they know about that.
They don't, but they will happily find out. So we can go through the long process of opening them, because they are vacuum sealed. Looking at Gal to be like, is that a lie we can do?
We're gonna say we need to open up the. Oh, jeez.
Can you open up the airlock, please? We are connected. Ready to board.
Sorry. Time out. Wait, can I talk to him? Can I talk to the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the repairs already.
You're back under the console. Okay.
Yeah, I have my blaster pistol just scattered amongst the tools, so that could definitely not go poorly.
Sorry, Mr. Tive Pilot Man. You accidentally cast. We were having a bit of an issue with the airlock, so give me a minute. Sorry. Just gonna do like the. And then open up a little. Close it again. Just. It keeps getting jammed. I'm sorry. It keeps getting jammed. We're working on it.
It goes, psh, psh, and you see the TIE Ace in his black uniform. He's there. He's got a blaster pistol in his hand, and he's trying to kind of look through the small crease in the window or in the airlock. And
I need you to open this airlock now.
I'm not a mechanic. Let him in. I'm trying to be as nonchalant. Stop sweating. Cigarette. We're good. So what brings you onto my ship?
God damn it.
Are you the captain?
Yes, sir. Galucia, captain of the Silent Hunter, yes.
We've been notified by Bargos the Hutt that this is a stolen ship.
Someone stole my ship?
No, you stole the ship.
But it's my ship, I'm the captain.
Alright.
I am the captain.
Alright, let's do another deception check. This is going to be from you, Gal.
It's like arguing with a toddler. Why?
Okay, I'm just going to do average difficulty. I'm not going to give you the setback at this point. Because he had a couple threats on the check. So, yeah, I just need a straight deception check when you're ready, sir.
Can do. No skills. Deception. There we are.
Are we saying I
There we
got
go.
into the before this happened?
Hit the button. Can you guys see anything?
Not yet.
Not
All right.
yet.
What's your deception?
I will try it again.
Roll 20 is struggling. I'll roll it for you. What is your
Yeah, sure.
What's your
2 yellow, 2 green.
Oh wow. Okay. 2 yellow, 2 green against 2 purple.
And a -1 to any black dice. But you said no setbacks, so.
Yeah. Yeah. That is 3 successes and an advantage.
So,
Okay.
this is the Silent
Yeah.
Hunter, right?
Oh. Okay. Sorry, I can't hear the radio very well. Here's, this is actually the Silent Winter.
The Silent Winter. Alright, so we have a report from Bargos the Hutt that a VCX named the Silent Hunter has been stolen. You're telling me this VCX, in orbit, around Tatooine, is actually called the Silent Winter.
Yes. It's a very common ship.
I need you to take me to the cockpit. I need to check the registration.
And we're gonna saunter as slowly as possible.
Okay. So you know, you take a right and you walk into the kitchen. He's like, he's getting visibly annoyed. You're like, oh no, wrong way. Sorry. You want the cockpit. And then you go, you take him. This is our beautiful lounge. Have you seen our lounge yet?
Look at this spacious cargo hold.
So he eventually gets. Go ahead, DZ.
Oh, I was just saying, if I had gotten into position before all that had happened and they walked off, I'm actually going to go onto the TIE fighter and try to, like, sabotage some controls.
Yep.
Excellent. So you drop down to B5 and you drop right into the TIE fighter itself. And do you want to sabotage it?
Yeah. I'm just going to reach under I'm going to pull open the panel underneath the controls and just start yanking wires and stuff.
All right, beautiful. I've got an average mechanics check waiting for you.
Oh, good. How hard could it be to just yank
we're about to find out.
Yeah. Average, apparently. Where?
Easy. It's only one purple.
Oh, okay. All right. One green. Here we go.
Okay, so you're able to pull the panel off. You've pulled some wires out. You're not real clear exactly what you've done at this point. I will determine that at a later date what exactly happened. But you have pulled a panel and yanked some wires. We're now the scene moves to Gal walking into the cockpit. We've got Dash finishing up under the main console. We've got our TIE fighter pilot behind him.
How long, roughly, do you think Dash would estimate that he needs to finish the job here?
A handful of minutes. I'll let you know.
Okay. I'm gonna continue. Are they in the cockpit yet?
Gal is in the cockpit, but the TIE pilot is right behind him, not in there yet.
Okay. I'm gonna continue to work on the wiring, but kind of might able to do it with one hand slowly, and kind of feigning like I'm kind of trying to mess with the dashboard and act surprised when they come in. Oh, fancy seeing you here.
What is he working on?
I'm gonna kind of push next to Gal.
I'll go in.
I'm simply working. Our engine seemed to have failed somehow. I'm not completely sure what destroyed them, but I'm just getting a couple wires together and killing time while we communicate with you two lovely gentlemen.
He kind of waves his hand in your direction, like he's super annoyed at this point. He's walking over to the comms array. Gal, you see him going in, and he's trying to bring up the registration for the for the ship itself. It's probably gonna take him about 20 seconds before he sees the actual name of this ship.
I'm gonna jump over.
Good thing no one in Star Wars can read.
Keep furiously working.
Okay.
Oh, Doug, we can't hear you, buddy.
How much? Sorry.
That's all right. Try again.
Hello?
Yep, we can hear you. Go for it.
Gotcha.
Okay, cool. We have to stall for time. I would. Jeez. I mean, he's in a pilot suit, but it's still okay. I would like to use our last side point to say that the doctor has some prepared tea. Standing
I was
beside us
literally
in the
about
cockpit.
to come into
I'm just going to
say
slap it out of his hands. All over the pilot.
Okay. So the scene is that we've got Zaysh walking in with tea. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. And Doug, hey Doug, try this for me. Turn off your video on your Skype. Let's see if that helps.
This is the only way Zaysh knows how to stall his tea.
100% of the time so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past Zaysh just actually making the TIE pilot tea.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
I mean, he's a space Nazi, but he's just doing his job.
All right. And Doug,
And
you
we
are then
did
going
kill
to
several.
Doug, you're then going to spill the tea all over him. Is that correct? We lose Doug completely.
Doug is frozen
That's
in
impossible.
joy.
Did you turn your video off, Doug?
See me?
Yeah.
We see a
Do me a
frozen
favor,
image
Doug.
of you.
Yeah, do me a favor, Doug. Real quick, just disconnect and come back on the Skype.
I'd like to note that Zaysh's medical concoction still hasn't worn off, and Dash's fingers are furiously twitching as he's...
Yeah, the side effect is a lot of nervous energy.
I gotta tell you, when I kind of put this all together, I had no idea this is the direction we were going.
Yeah, I didn't think we'd be.
Yeah,
It's
TIE
gonna take
pilot
so
on the
long,
ship
but,
was
when you
not
have
something I
cracked-
anticipated.
Cracked TIE pilot shots.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
Like, so if I'm like unsure of exactly what I've done, like if I'm not positive that I've actually damaged something, as I'm about to close the panel back up, and then I take a second and I reopen the panel and just with my vibroblades just punch the insides as hard as I can, just to make sure.
Got it. I'm good with that. Doug, are you back?
And then I close it.
Nothing to see here.
Let me see here. Mute, unmute. Alright, let's get Doug to try again. If we can't get him back, we might have to wrap up real quick. Let's hope that's not.
It says he's muted.
Yeah, I've actually kicked him off the call.
Okay.
Technology is not being our friend today.
Yeah.
All right. Here's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and we'll end things on the tea scene. All right. So let's do a few things. I am actually going to take the liberty of carrying over our obligation because this session's cut a little bit short. So we'll do the second part of this session next time. We'll go ahead and do 5 experience points for everybody. And I personally am super excited to see how the crew gets out of this.
Oh, boy.
All right. So we've got several people listening. I want to know just real quick, anybody on the Twitch stream have any questions for the cast before we wrap up? Go ahead and post it in the Twitch chat, and we'll ask them. Tricky space battle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the fun thing about like the way that the system, like the Fantasy Flight system works, is like they actually make stormtroopers terrifying. So with them being in groups, like having minion groups of them, they are actually effective. Yeah, it's all down to like, I feel like the first two gunnery rolls weren't ideal, but none of us like really spec'd into gunnery, and
I was debating taking a point in it, but I was like, I can't justify using my experience to take a point in something that I literally not done at all in any session so far.
Yeah.
But now I could.
Yep, that's true. That's true. It'd be easy for you to, because you've been on the seat itself. The other thing that makes it difficult is because of how large your ship is. It's a 3 difficulty shots for you versus their 1 difficulty. That's why I think getting somebody in that fighter might be smart, just because they will be at a 2 difficulty shooting at something at the same size as well.
I was kind of expecting as that was going on is like Dash just to push Zacian, the main policy, and go like, I have this.
I know. I was unsure. I'm like, well, we can either keep fighting this and hope that we don't take 1 hit on our main ship at that point. But I did see that one of the YouTubers that Craig suggested, I watched his space combat video, and he was like, yeah, like, if you're a player, use a light side token and make an asteroid field or something and drive into it.
Yeah, that's Runeslinger. He's been on the show. I've had him on the podcast. He's phenomenal. And right now, I'm actually a player. He's running Blue Planet. And I'm a player in his Blue Planet. And that has been a lot of fun. It's been fun being a player. But he's eventually, I think, going to be putting those sessions up on YouTube. So you can see not only am I a bad GM, but I'm a bad player as well. We'll go. Guys, I do appreciate everybody that did watch, and I appreciate you guys playing with us. I don't know if we'll get in another session next month, but we'll try to get one in before Christmas. But